So, if you're a crypto marketing manager, I bet you know this feeling. You're sitting on a brilliant project, you've got this game-changing white paper, but you're up against one of the biggest challenges in the entire industry. How do you actually get your project's story heard, and more importantly, trusted?
It's just this constant battle, right? The market is absolutely saturated with noise, with hype, and yeah, a pretty healthy dose of skepticism. Building that genuine, deep-seated trust with potential investors, well, it isn't just a goal, it's literally the whole game.
And that's the real trick, isn't it? Your white paper is jam-packed with technical brilliance. But let's be honest, investors don't just invest in tech specs. They invest in a vision, they invest in solutions, they invest in a story they can actually believe in. And turning that dense, technical document into a compelling narrative, that's where so many projects stumble.
This is the daily grind. You're on this content treadmill, constantly needing something new, and this is the important part, something credible. You're under all this pressure to show a real return on investment for your marketing spend, all while trying to prove that your project is the real deal in a sea of hype. Look, this isn't just a to-do list. This is the strategic bottleneck that can hold back both your project and your career.
But what if you could move beyond that daily grind? What if you had a strategic engine that was specifically designed to solve these exact problems, but at a much higher level? This is exactly where ChainSpot Studio comes in, and it's really important to understand what this is. This is not just another content service. Think of it as an AI-powered engine, a core piece of your marketing strategy, built from the ground up to tackle the specific, high-stakes challenges of marketing in the crypto world.
Let's just put this side by side for a second. On one hand, you've got your basic shoutout. You know the type. It's superficial, it creates some short-term buzz, and it feels like a paid ad, because it is. On the other hand, you have a strategic video feature. We're talking about deep, trustworthy engagement. It becomes a lasting marketing asset, a credible, well-researched narrative that you can use for months, even years.
So how do we actually build an asset like this? Well, it's definitely not guesswork. It's an intelligent, super efficient process that's designed to build credibility right from the ground up, using data and AI. Okay, let's dive into this, because this is where it all starts. We don't just skim your homepage. We literally absorb your project's entire digital ecosystem. We're talking white papers, technical docs, your GitHub repositories, all the community discussions on Reddit, even the questions people are asking in your AMAs. Seriously, we leave no stone unturned.
This three-step process is kind of our secret sauce. First, there's that deep research we just talked about. Then, and this part is key, we feed all of that raw data into a specialized AI. It builds this comprehensive knowledge base around your project, and it automatically surfaces the most important insights and the angles that are going to resonate most with investors. Only then do we move to production, crafting the narrative from that intelligent, data-backed foundation.
So, what you end up with is this polished, high-converting presentation, anywhere from 6 to 20 minutes long. It's meticulously crafted to answer the 4 fundamental questions every serious investor has. What problem are you solving? What makes you unique? Where do you fit in the bigger picture? And critically, how can they get involved right now? It's direct, it's crystal clear, and it's all built on a mountain of research.
Okay, but look, creating an amazing asset is really only half the battle, right? Now, let's talk about how that asset translates into real, lasting reach and tangible credibility for your project. Your feature isn't just something we hand over for you to post. It premieres on the Intro to Crypto channel, putting your project directly in front of over 25,000 dedicated crypto subscribers who are actively looking for the next big thing.
And it doesn't stop there. The story is then adapted into a long-form article and shared with more than 6,500 subscribers on the Digital Currency Traders Medium publication. This just reinforces the narrative in a whole new format. And then, the conversation is brought directly to a highly engaged Discord community of over 700 active members. These are people who live and breathe crypto, sharing insights and looking for new opportunities every single day.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you can really see the power of this multi-channel distribution network. Your project gets instant access to a targeted, engaged, and actively interested audience across all the platforms that matter most in the crypto space.
So what does all of this mean for you? Well, by offloading the heavy lifting of deep research, content creation, and multi-platform distribution, you are freed up. You get to focus on the high-level strategy, on partnerships, on community growth, all while demonstrating clear, tangible value to your leadership. It elevates your role.
All right, so let's talk about how you can actually make this strategic asset a reality for your project. It's simple, it's transparent, and it's very low risk.
This is really that moment. If you're ready to have your project's story told with depth, with credibility, and with incredible reach, this is your next step.
The entire package, we're talking deep research, AI analysis, production, and that huge multi-platform distribution, is a flat-rate investment of $1,200. This isn't an ongoing expense. It's a one-time investment in a marketing asset that will last.
And to make this decision completely risk-free for you, there's a straightforward money-back guarantee. If a draft that meets your satisfaction isn't created within 7 days of our intake call, your deposit is returned. It's that simple. No questions asked. We're that confident in our process.
Getting started is easy. A 50% deposit secures your spot in our production schedule. The final balance is only due once the work is totally complete and you're happy with the final product. It's a true partnership, right from day one.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. It might be time to stop thinking in terms of one-off content pieces. It's time to invest in an asset that works for you around the clock, building trust, educating investors, and driving real, long-term growth for your project.